Alexa, play Slide Away.
Slide Away by Oasis from Spotify.
The morning arrives softly. Light spills into the room, rushing across the bed, and I linger there for a while, half awake, half dreaming. There is no rush, only stillness. When I finally rise, the shower greets me with warmth, washing away the weight of sleep and carrying me into the day ahead. Breakfast is simple but meaningful. A slice of carrot cake, baked with my own hands the night before. Sweet, moist, and familiar. Each bite tastes of time well spent, of patience turned into something real. It feels like carrying a small piece of yesterday into today. The city awaits, alive with movement. I step outside and wander without direction, letting the streets decide for me. I walk for hours, past strangers, shops, bus stops, and hidden corners. Each turn feels like another page in a story I don't know yet, but one I'm part of all the same. The city breathes around me, and I simply follow its rhythm. By the time I return home, I am ready to cook. The kitchen fills with sound, water boiling, oil crackling, fish sizzling, pasta, fries, fish fillets. The food is simple, but there is comfort in the act of preparing it, in feeding myself with something warm and filling. Alexa, what is the weather like today?
Right now in Bristol, it's 16 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast for warm and dry thunderstorms. Milton, wind at a low of 10 degrees. Still, there's a flood alert in effect.
So you went away, but you still would stay in my dreams. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door. Even though my
As night draws closer, I head out once again. Just a short walk, and I step into a pub that feels like it's been forever. Wooden beams, the scent of old ale, the low hum of voices mixing with laughter. It is familiar, even though it is new to me. I stay for an hour, watching, listening, being.
I told you about the swans that they live in. Then I told you about a kid, now he's married to Mabel.
And then I leave. The night air cool on my face as I walk home.
I've never seen a bar in the middle of the forest. So I guess that I can add this to my wish list. to my bucket list of the things that I did while I was traveling. Even though I had a good time at this cute little pub, it's time to head back home because it's getting a little dark, and it's literally in the middle of the forest and I don't want to get lost. So let's just head back home now.
A safe burger awaits me for me there, the final meal before rest. The next morning carries a slower pace. I stay in bed longer than I should, checking emails, letting time slip through my fingers. But the sunlight is too strong to ignore, and soon I give in. I leave the house, pulled outside by the promise of a clear sky.
Bristol, a city with paint under its nails and bass in its bones. It's a city where Victorian viaducts meet warehouse raves. And Bristol wears its contradictions proudly. Street art on medieval stone, wealth and struggle share in the same postcode. There's a politics in the pavement and a poetry in the scaffolding. Bristol isn't trying to impress you, it knows who it is. And if you get it, you get it.
It's a nice little sunny day out here in England right now. And how rare is that? I know that there aren't many days like this throughout the whole year, especially right now when autumn is coming. So it just feels good to be outside and not having to worry about getting soaked in because it's rainy.
At the park, the world feels different. A chai latte warms my hands, while a cool breeze brushes against my skin. Summer still holds on, but autumn is already here in spirit. In a way, the air feels lighter, sharper, full of change. The leaves stir in the wind, and I find myself reflecting on how quickly seasons turn.
It was supposed to be not raining, but it started raining like 10 minutes ago, and then it lasted for 5 minutes maybe, which is okay because now I get to sit at the park and not having to worry about it raining, pouring rain on me, which is good, right?
easily one moment becomes another. I wonder again, slower now. Until the bus takes me home. Evening folds around me. The television hums quietly in the background as I sink into the couch. Then the rain begins. First a whisper, then a steady pour against the glass. The sound fills the room, turning it into a cocoon. It is calming, poetic, the kind of rain that makes you want to pause, to listen, to simply be. And with that, the day ends, quiet, complete. Another memory carrying into tomorrow.